for buying this Podium from Fixture Displays. Here are all the parts, and you want to identify left and right panel, the back panel, shelf, and top, as well as a hardware pack. There are certain tricks to do this. There are many ways, and this is just one of the preferred way to install this, assemble this Podium. You want to first identify the parts. You have the cams, which turns and lock, and that inserts into the holes. And make sure the opening position face the horizontal hole opening. These are the stems with the threads on one end. And here you could use a power drill to speed things up. You can also use a Phillips screwdriver. Now it is advisable to get all the stems inserted first. Then your efficiency increases quite a bit. Now the cams has an arrow. The arrow should face the horizontal hole to be perfectly aligned so a stem can go into it. So make sure they all face the proper direction. Now you can lay the side panel on the flat surface and then insert the back panel through the 3 holes. If there is any obstruction, you want to make sure double check your cam direction. Adjust accordingly. If it goes in smoothly, you can then tighten the screw direction and to lock it up. Don't over tighten because the hardware is cast zinc. You could damage the part if you use a lot of strength. Make sure the top direction are all tapered to eventually accommodate the reading panel. Now you can install the shelf. Now when installing the shelf, you want to make sure, although it's not critical, but it's nice to make sure the hardware is facing down. So when you use the Podium, the hardware is not in your way in any shape or form. It's also look better and is properly installed Podium. Now you can close the other side panel onto this sub-assembly. There are total 5 stems to match up, but it's actually fairly straightforward. Then you tighten the screws. You can then start to install the top. Once again, you want to make sure all the cams are in the right direction. Then you can tighten them to desired tightness. Now, if you end up stripping any of the cams, don't panic. These parts are available in most hardware stores. And if you couldn't get them, you're always welcome to contact us. We'll be happy to supply you some. The last step is install the book stop using 3 screws. If you have any questions, feel free to email us. Our email address is cs@fixturedisplays.com. That's charliesam@fixturedisplays.com. Once again, thank you for shopping Fixture Displays.